Hi, and welcome to another edition of Ask the Coach. I'm Dan McIver, certified business coach with Action Coach. One of the questions that I always get asked is, Dan, how do you help me improve revenues? How do you help my cash flow? How do you help my profit, my bottom line? How do you get me more customers? And the reality is, folks, those are only results. Those are just results. And coming through this time where a lot of us are really down a little bit in terms of our cash flow and our revenues and our bottom line. So what I'm going to do today is share with you how we can impact the 5 ways that we can impact your revenue, your number of customers, and your profit. Bear with me for just a moment. I'm going to share my screen with you. All righty, let me get rid of this little bar. So here it is, folks. We talked about customers, revenue, and profit. You'll notice that's red because those are results. We can't really impact those directly, but what we can impact is the number of leads that you bring into your business. And then once you have those leads, your conversion rate. How many of those leads convert to customers? That's your conversion percentage. That gives us our total number of customers. And once we have our customers, we look at number of transactions. How many times a year do our customers buy from us? And then there's our average dollar sale. You take your customers, multiply time by your number of transactions, and again by your average sale, and that gives you your total revenue. Now we look at profit margins. And we're dealing with just a simple profit margin here. Total expenses divided into total revenue, that's your profit margin, and that gives you your profit. So let's just take a simple company, just a regular old business. Let's just say they have 4,000 leads a year. They convert at 25%. They have 1,000 customers. Number of transactions is 2. They have an average sale of 100. Simple math dictates that it's $200,000 in annual revenue. Profit margin at 25%. We're looking at $50,000 gross profit. Give you just a second to digest that. Okay. Now, what happens if we just increase these numbers by just 10%? So ask yourself, how many lead strategies, how many marketing strategies are you employing today right now? Well, if we took a hard look at those and started testing and measure them, found out what worked, doubled down on what worked, and then also looked at other marketing avenues, some free, some we may have a little bit of an investment in, test and measure closely. But overall, we really take a look at our marketing, test and measure it. We expand it just 10%. That gives us 4,400 leads. Now our conversion rate's at 25% right now. Well, somebody's raised their hand and said they're interested in you. Why are we only at a 25% conversion rate? Well, do we have a solid USP? Do we test and measure our conversion rate? Are all of our employees trained, sales trained? Do our team? Do we use sales scripts? Do we ask our prospects really good questions and help them coach to buy? If the answer to that is no, do you think we could move the bar just 10%? Again, just 10% to 27.5% conversion rate. When we do that, we see our customer count jump to 1,210. Now let's look at number of transactions. How many times do people buy from you? How active are you with your databases today? How often do you reach out to your existing clients? Do you have VIP clubs? Do you have frequent clubs? Are there things that you can do? Do your clients know all of the services that you offer? Are there things that you can do to bring people back more than 2 times a year? Of course they are. We're going to add 10% to that, 2.2 times a year. Now we look at average sale. Obviously, the lowest hanging fruit on average sale is how long has it been since you raised your prices? Where's your competition? If you're less expensive than your competition, you're telling the world your competition is better than you are. Again, we're only talking about 10%, so $100 to $110. If you lost a customer doing that, think about, would that be an A, B, C, or D customer? But beyond that, are there checklists that you can put together so that people are buying what they need to finish a project, for example? So we add 10% to that, $110. Wow, our revenue shoots to $292,820. That is a 46% increase in revenue, just taking tiny little steps, tiny little strategies in each of these categories. Now we go down and we look at our profit margins. Get your team together, find inefficiencies, take a hard look and scrub your income statement and find out if we can do a better job of negotiating with suppliers, if we've got some habits that are costing us a little money. Let's trim some of those costs. Let's raise that profit margin just 10% to 27.5%. And bam, we have an $80,525 profit. That's a 61% return. Again, just taking tiny little bites. Now, folks, I went through this very, very quickly today, and I want to let you know that I'm offering a webinar on June 17th at 4 o'clock, where we're really going to take a look at cash flow in general, and we're going to drill into this, but we're also going to drill into a bunch of other things. Visit my site, come and register on my landing page. I'd love to see you there. For now, have a fantastic day.